In this video, I want to explain how I would manually code the end of every tool regardless of what it did. So what we want to keep in mind, if we turn something on, we need to shut it off at the end of every tool. So we turned on the coolant, we'll need to shut it off. We picked up the height offset, we'll need to forget about it. We started the spindle, we'll need to stop it because as yet, I'm not aware of a CNC machine that can change the tool with the spindle running. That'll be cool, but I don't think it's happened yet. So what am I going to do first? Well, I'm going to enter G00 and G90 because I want to move in absolute, and I may have switched into incremental when using the tool because everything the tool does here between the start and the end will be unique to it. But ending it is ending it. And then I'm going to program G80, and that will cancel any drilling or can cycles that might be active. I'm also going to tell it to wrap it to 1 inch above the part and put M09, which will shut all coolants off. Next, I'll add a G49. Where G43 said go get the height offset for this tool, G49 says forget about it. And then I'll put in a G40, which will cancel cutter comp, and we'll look at that later. So if compensation was on, G40 will shut it off. And then I'll say M05, which will stop my spindle. So now I could have stopped the spindle up here and the coolant here, but I would encourage you not to put more than one M code per line. And this goes back to the older machines. Older machines could only have one M code per line no matter what. Newer ones can have more than one M code per line as long as they're not from the same group, so they don't give conflicting information. But there's nothing worse than creating a program thinking it's going on one of your nice new machines and it ends up going on an older one, and it goes into alarm and you can't figure out why, and it's something so simple as you have 2 M codes in one line. So just get in the habit of putting 1 M code per line and you'll decrease your chance of looking like a fool. I'm going to hit enter, and then next I'm going to send the machine home. So I'm going to say G91, G28, Z0, M19. As we've already discussed, G91, G28, Z0 will move the machine to its Z-axis home, and M19 will orient the spindle for the tool change. Now the M19 is built into most M06 codes, but it's always safe to code it. And then I realized I come up here, whoops, I forgot an M19, so I'll add it now. I also want to discuss why I went 1 inch above the part. Well, in the next line, I'm going to cancel the height offset. And I've seen a few machines move the Z around a little bit when you do that. So if you move up 1 inch above the part, the risk of hitting the part accidentally with the tool when you cancel the height offset has been changed. And also, the G40 on some machines, if you put a G40 and no X or Y, it'll move a little bit. And with the tool above the part again, you're decreasing the chance that the tool is going to accidentally hit the part or a clamp. So the last line, the fourth line for every tool, is going to be an M01. So M01 is optional stop, and that's a great thing. When I first run the code, I'm going to turn the optional stop on. So I physically go to the machine, push the button, and turn it on. And if the button's lit up and it's on, when the machine gets to the M01 code, it will stop everything. Then I can open up the door, check it out. Did that tool do what I wanted? And if it did, great, I'll shut it and just continue running the program. If it didn't, I'll fix the issue and restart the program from that tool. When I shut the optional stop off, it just ignores the M01 and keeps running. To see a video demonstrating M01 and single block use, click the card that will pop up near the end of the video or the link in the description. So these are the 4 lines I use to end every tool regardless of what it did. And now that I've created them, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste them at the end of every tool, and I'll continue doing that